Let's take a look at the business news where past and present senior officials from the Ministry of Transport and Kenya Railways Corporation could face criminal charges over the procurement of the standard gauge railway project. Now, this is after the Court of Appeal determined that the officials violated the Public Procurement Act of 2005 in the entire project, which has so far cost taxpayers 477 billion shillings.
In the ruling, the three-judge bench said that the single sourcing of the China Roads and Bridges Corporation to do the engineering, procurement and construction of the 330 billion shillings standard gauge railway line violated the Public Procurement Act of 2005. According to court's document, KBC was contracted in 2009 to carry out a feasibility study for the project, and upon completion in 2012, it was picked to design and source for funds to implement the multi-billion shillings project. Financing of the project was finalized in May 2014, where Exim Bank of China agreed to provide 90% of the total funding of the entire project cost, while the remaining 10% was to be sourced by the government of Kenya. In the same year, human rights activist Okia Omutata moved to the High Court, challenging the award of the contract to KBC, though the case was dismissed by Judge Isaac Lenaola, paving the way for the appellant to move to the Court of Appeal. Today, the Court of Appeal ruled that senior government officials failed to adhere to Section 6 of the Public Procurement Act, and thus it was hard to determine whether the public got value for money. This now paves the way for activist Omutata to institute private criminal proceedings against current and former senior officers in the Ministry of Transport and Kenya Railways Corporation. The appellant says he will be moving to court in the next 14 days, seeking the mentioned officers to be surcharged for the losses that the country may have incurred in single sourcing for the project. O'Brien Kimet for Channel 1 Business.